are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Court. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. It's Barnes, it's Michael, it's Renee, it's Wednesday. What's going on?
Dude. You haven't heard this in a while, have you?
No,
right?
Since last year, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It's back. The energy's back, bro, for the Knicks.
I did not know that was still in the archives, but obviously, a good time to play that, and of course, we'll get into it, in a second. But a lot of interesting games last night, in the world of sports. As we have a little break here from the NFL, focus on the basketball. There was a college football bowl game last night, so a lot going on. Of course, and we will definitely get into it. But for now, let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. And one note here, actually, non-basketball related, and it's just kind of funny. We were talking about this in depth yesterday, recapping the Monday Night Football game. I just saw something over here on ESPN.com. Baker Mayfield will have surgery as soon as possible and won't play Sunday. So just funny that we spoke in nauseum yesterday just about.
I know he's getting surgery.
Yeah. About how challenged he is and how ridiculous it was. But I'm sorry, but I think this is Browns, though. It's like you already were eliminated. Why did you have him play that game? Just because it's Monday night? That's not thinking long-term future, unless they don't care and they're kind of sick of Baker. I mean, I just feel like you've known this for a while. As soon as you're eliminated, you got to just bench him.
Right. And we said we thought he was hurt, and I said it briefly yesterday, but, you cut me off, but it's all right.
Yeah. I mean, what are you, Tony? I mean, geez.
Yeah. And I said, if you're hurt that bad, don't play though.
Right.
So, because it just makes it look, it made it look really bad for him.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Oh my God. Embarrassing.
I saw the highlights. Remember that dude I told you who's like really funny? He commentates like in a different way on TikTok.
Yes.
He did the Browns game,
and like
it was
breakdown of all the throws.
Oh, it was hilarious. Yeah. I got to get it up for you, Nick. I'll send it to you next time I get it.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. But so just thought I'd mention that. But as far as on the court, and of course, with the '94 Knicks theme song there, they beat the Pacers 104-94. And really,
I see what you did there. I see what you did there, you sly dog.
It was the RJ and Randall show, each having 30 points.
Who would have thought?
I think probably the first time all season. I mean, maybe there was a game or two, but you know what I'm saying. Usually it's one or the other, not both.
All right.
And they did something that I have been advocating for, and they were actually talking about this on the broadcast, pounding the ball in the paint, outscoring the Pacers 54-38. Of course, Barrett and Randall had some, mid-range jumpers, a couple 3-pointers, but they're even saying like that shows. I'm going to look it up in a second here, but it's like the Knicks didn't shoot a good percentage from 3-point range, but that didn't matter because they were getting the easy buckets.
And you were saying that a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
But I will also say those jumpers that Julius Randle was hitting were he was shooting different. You know how he leans back a lot?
Yes.
He was shooting straight up, and those long contested shots now were going in. He tends to like drift back. And as first he starts in the paint, and then once he gets comfortable, he starts shooting those jumpers long, but you'll see he fades away every
high arcing. I thought they were gonna hit the ceiling.
I know, it's ridiculous. And then RJ finally playing some bully ball, dude. This is I think he's watching Ja and being like, dude, I played against this cat my whole career. he's going off. I can do the same.
Yeah.
And that's the attitude you need.
Right. And he was, the number one player out of high school, higher than Zion. And then, kind of got overshadowed by him.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that you're going to see more and more of this in terms of teams just taking easy buckets. I'm telling you, because it's just, look at the Knicks. 6 of 28 from 3-point range. So you're telling me they take 15 3-pointers, they don't win this game by 20?
Right.
Probably.
Yeah. And then also, good thing for the Knicks, dude. Great win. Now we head into a 7 home game stint.
7. That has to be the most of the season, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. But this is perfect. This is what we need. We have a great record at home right now. And I'm excited, dude.
And how ironic, completely different field, but at this time last year, 19-19, this year, 18-20. So, I know obviously you want to take a step forward, but it's just the sentiment, you would think that they were 20 games under 500 at this point. But like you said, definitely a good time for some home cooking here because, the Garden gets into it and they have a rivalry game coming up. Let's see, tomorrow against the Celtics, 7:30 on TNT. So that's going to be a big game, and we've seen how up and down the Celtics are. So they had a fun game, opening night, a competitive one the last time they played a few games ago, and I would expect nothing different this time around. And I actually watched this game last night, start to finish, and I just could not believe
Barnes.
Who will be an all-star first, LaMelo, Edwards, Shai?
Great question.
LaMelo.
Edwards for me.
And I think, but they're all
great
young talents.
Yes.
And I don't think there's that much separation, but just from
we don't talk about that enough. The new wave of NBA players, how good they are.
And LaMelo, but do you think Edwards is better than LaMelo?
Yes.
Really?
Okay. I think Edwards he's like Dwayne Wade on steroids.
Yeah, and can shoot
great jump shot, dude.
Yeah.
And just fearless and a great personality with the media. He's amazing with the media.
Which you don't see too much these days. Everybody, knows everything, doesn't want to hear anything.
And I told you Shai, tomato.
Right.
Great. If anyone's interested in vlogs and stuff, besides ours, obviously. He's got a great vlog, especially the bubble.
Okay.
He's so entertaining. And he's so funny. And he's genuine. He's organic, Barnes.
Right. So, that's what it's all about for sure. And you love seeing the new youth movement coming up for sure. And I think they'll all have bright futures ahead. And it'll just be interesting to see, for Edwards, does this come in Minnesota? I would think if they're going to move anybody, they would move Towns and Russell before him.
Dude,
I hope he gets out of Minnesota.
Me too. Right? I hope he doesn't resign.
But you also could see him being the face of the Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, happy day.
Or
the Knicks.
That's compelling. Yeah, of
Hold
course.
on a sec. You're calling in on the sports board. How are you?
What up? It's my favorite morning sports show. Sports show ever.
Who's calling?
Senor Mateo.
Oh, Senor Mateo. Where are you calling from, bud?
Fairfield.
Oh, wow. Nice. Beautiful town. I've heard of it.
Oh, it's great. It's definitely great.
So what are you calling in for? You got a couple minutes on the line, buddy. We got a bunch of callers on the hold.
No, I was just going to say, last night, what we saw from, the Lakers, LeBron, dude, he's carrying the whole load. I was just wondering what Brian Barnaby, the host, what he thought of. I'm a big fan of his, by the way.
Appreciate it, Mateo. And we'll do a full in-depth analysis of the game, but I could just tell you quickly. It's the same old story. We've seen it 19 years in a row. LeBron always steps up when he needs to. It's that simple. When you need him, he's going to be there. And it's always about what are his teammates going to do? Are they going to pick him up? And we've never seen somebody play like this at 37. You could think about anybody, but nobody's still had the athleticism and just been able to produce at such a high level at that advanced age. It's unbelievable. And I know Michael attests.
I do. I do too. Says Mateo sounds like Tony. Wow. Well, I can tell you Betta Fett, which, oh my God, that's definitely solo locks, dude.
I had a nice conversation with him on the phone last night.
Oh, good. Before bed?
No, it was before the Knicks game started. So
just joking.
he didn't, he wanted to, since he got cut off. But Mateo, sounds like you're on the way out.
Yes, good show.
All right, thanks for calling.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
And I have to say, in regards to the comment, I actually at first did think he sounded like Tony.
Me too.
Just like the first line or two.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's just kind of ironic. But yeah, what I was getting to though on the Pacers, I mean, it's really unbelievable. I mean, obviously they had some guys out last night, but Sabonis, okay, I've always been a big proponent of him. 15 and 8. He missed 7 free throws. At one point, missed back-to-back, set of 2. So 4 in a row. That's unbelievable. And I think they just, despite him being talented, Turner being talented, Brogdon was out last night. You gotta mix it up there because it's just clearly not working. Carlisle's tight. You could just tell.
Oh yeah,
on the sidelines. And how about a 28-year-old rookie from the University of Green Bay, Skikes, last night? 22 points. I believe he had 4 3-pointers. These are the type of guys that are getting opportunities. That we don't usually see this, but with all these tests, you have guys that would never get an opportunity, and this could be a guy that ends up sticking around and carving out a 10-year career, just by chance.
That'd be awesome.
And that's always a great story. And me and you have talked about it a lot before, where it's like these guys probably never get opportunities that could be good. 22 points, 8 of 16 from the floor, 4 of 8 from 3-point range. He also had 6 assists. I mentioned, 28 years old. So I'm guessing, he's played overseas, probably in the G League.
It's awesome.
Kiefer Skikes. So it'll just be interesting to see. He's only played 4 games so far this season. And this one was his best one by far. So it'll just be interesting to see if he ends up carving out a role. But that's obviously a good story. Moving along, though, here, we had the Grizzlies 110, the Cavs 106. So the Grizzlies again, Michael.
Yeah, did I not say, is he the best around?
I mean, it's just scary to think, too. What if you get him somebody like his equal or someone near his talent level? And
Dude, imagine him and Edwards together.
Oh, my God. I mean, they really could do some damage.
It'd be like Steph and Clay, but the dunking version and like mid-range. They can shoot, but they got to develop it more, obviously.
Of course. So I mean, he's working with what he can. I mean, Jackson, 22 points.
Yeah, he's good.
I like Brandon Clark, not bad,
he's
13 and 9. But it just I feel like, is Jackson like? I mean, what do you see his ceiling as far as Jaren
All-star,
Jackson Jr.?
honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly think all-star.
But for them to get to the promised land, is he going to have to be the 3 option, and then they're going to have someone bring in?
No,
he's
still, how old is he? 22?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got plenty of time.
I think he could do the 2.
Really?
I think he could be a number 2.
Wow. I mean, that would be something if Ja, stayed there, built up the Grizzlies. We've seen them get to Western Conference Finals before, but
Zebo.
Oh my God. And Gasol.
I love that team.
Yeah, and Conley.
Tony Allen. Rudy Gay.
So
great team.
That would be classic if he was able to stay there. And you look at the Cavs. I mean, this is definitely a disappointing loss. They've dropped a couple of games here. Obviously, guys in and out of the lineup, but Garland, 27 and 10. He looks great. Kevin Love, 18 and 10. It almost seems like if they want to, I don't even know if they want to, but they could actually possibly move Kevin Love. He's actually started to perform on a consistent basis. There were questions, can he still do it? I mean, the contract is still ridiculous, but who knows? I mean, obviously a great trade scenario, but of course, nobody wants the other side of this would be Love for Westbrook. I think that would be huge for the Lakers, but I doubt Cavs are looking to bring in Westbrook, with Garland and, Sexton obviously injured, but, having those young guards, you don't want someone taking shots away, taking experience away. Jared Allen, though, one of the more underrated players in the league, 22 and 12, has done nothing but perform consistently for the Cavaliers since he came over in that trade last year, involving James Harden, the three-way deal. But you a big Jared Allen guy.
Huge. I
mean,
love the fro. I used to love him on the Nets.
Yeah, I think imagine if they were somehow able to keep him. What a difference! I know the shoe size, all that last year with the Bucks, but I think they might have won the NBA title with Jared Allen. Because I don't even think they're in that situation. Game 7.
No way.
The rim protection.
He's so, dude. There's a photo of him, Mobley, and Markkanen all together contesting a layup. Obviously, he got blocked.
Right.
But it's just.
But then you think about the collection of that young talent, and then we got Garland.
I know.
Well. And then Kevin Love, champion,
great veteran,
all-star,
yeah,
3-point shooter. I mean,
him in his prime on the Timberwolves when he was putting up 20-20 like it was every day. Took it for granted.
Yeah, really, really did. And
Betafet says Zebo, Rudy Gay, and don't forget Juan Carlos Navarra, aka La Bomba.
I have to say, I did not know his nickname was La Bomba.
I've heard it. Once he said it,
you did hear it.
Sprang a memory in my head.
So, that's just an interesting, 2 teams that are definitely improving this year. And I'm sure the Cavs, trying to really, get back into playoff position here after a few losses. We did have the Lakers 122, the Kings 114. And like Mateo on the phone mentioned before, LeBron 31-5-5. It feels like he could do it at his sleep at this point. Malik Monk, another big game. I've been riled for him, especially the last couple of weeks, after he cleared protocol. 24 points, 6 for 11 3-point range. Dwight Howard, 14 points, 14 rebounds. I love them giving Dwight playing time. I just think it's crazy.
Yeah, you think you said it.
But what do you think?
I agree. I like Dwight.
And
he's better than DeAndre.
Well,
no, you love DeAndre. I know.
No, I do. But I'll take Dwight over for the defense. But I'm just saying
he's still athletic.
But they want to go small. But it's like, who do you want to get in the lineup that needs to be in there? Horton Tucker finally had a good game, but other than that, you know what I mean? Like, you're better off having a guy grabbing rebounds and blocking
just
shots
outletting it
than Ariza and Bazemore chunking 3-pointers.
Yeah, and Dwight has expanded his shooting, so he's better than DeAndre for LeBron.
Oh, and then we do have breaking news from last night.
Really? Are you serious? Jesus, sprung that up quick.
I wanted to surprise you.
Wow.
Russell Westbrook completed a basketball game last night with 0 turnovers.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Is that how they win the championship? Is that what it is? That's all they need? No threes, no turnovers? Tell me that's not the formula, Michael. Tell me. Please tell me. I know you know it. That's what's killing them. I'm telling you. I'm just saying, Lakers 1 game over 500. Crazier things have happened, have they not?
No, you're right. But will it happen, dude?
But what
you're telling me he's gonna go the rest of the season and dude, they're gonna play. Remember that when they played Rondo?
Yes. Who will play dividends for the Cavs, of course.
I know he's gonna be so great there.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Rondo than Westbrook right now.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, but
it's tough.
I guess it's like, you can't get rid of him. Don't want to.
It's over. You
waste him.
LeBron probably told him you're not allowed to shoot, and if you do turnover, I'm taking like 10K.
I'm curious what your thoughts are here, and I know it's who, when, who'd you give up, but just your crystal ball here. Let's say Westbrook stays. They make some type of moves on the smaller end, but guys that are going to contribute, play defense. Where do you see the Lakers, finishing this season? They make some good moves. Third in the West, and then like conference finals.
Yeah, who's beating them to get to at least the conference finals?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Golden State's scary. Denver's not that scary to me. They're so Phoenix. Inconsistent.
Those are the 2
Phoenix
teams.
And Golden State.
Yeah. Utah, I'm not worried about with Gobert.
Dude, I can't. That. Well, Utah, I'm never worried about.
No.
Ever.
No, there's
such a theme there, dude. With from Stockton Malone to Boozer and Darren Williams, and now with Gobert and Mitchell.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be playoff and done. Cool.
Right.
It's so fun.
So you'd think, this season, let's say first round, second round exit, probably some big moves coming. Do you think that just because of what he does on the defensive side, despite the bloated salary, that they would be able to trade Gobert?
Maybe at another moment. They're not going to do it right now.
Because I just feel like it's one of those things.
Who are they going to trade for him right now?
If you're an NBA team you just feel like, okay, so he's a shot blocking defensive center. We had to pay him $20+ million, whatever it is. Why wouldn't we just get someone younger for like $5 million? Why do we need to pay? Oh, he is the hardware, the defensive player of the year.
No, I know it's stupid. And he shouldn't even gotten it last year.
No. So that's just something interesting. Obviously, long way to go until we get to the offseason. So let's see how the rest of this year shapes up. On to tonight. You mentioned the Warriors. They're back in action at the 19-18 Dallas Mavericks.
Jesus.
Total 211.5 here.
Dallas keep losing, baby.
Yeah.
That picks the Knicks.
Yeah. It's like the Seahawks situation.
Yeah, literally it's identical.
Now, looking at this game, I mean, the Warriors, they had a closer than expected game last time out against the Heat. Obviously Draymond back is huge, and I believe Clay is it over the weekend? It's not tonight that he's coming back, right?
Sunday.
It is okay, it's Sunday. Okay. So keeping that in mind, and
did you see he made like 100 3-pointers in a row?
No, but doesn't surprise me. So basically he's back, but it's not a guarantee that the defensive prowess is going to be there. I'm saying shooting will be there.
You know what I hope? I hope first play down, it's like Paul George or something, and he tries to cross him, he plucks him and goes down and just dunks it.
That would if he
and
does
looks
that,
at the camera and says, Brian Barnaby.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So they'll have to wait a little bit for Clay here. But that being said, Warriors, like I said, getting 6 points here, -6 on the spread. Total has actually moved to 213 now. What is your forecast?
Warriors
for tonight?
By 25.
And
Stephen, law of averages.
Coming off of 317.
Law of averages, Brian Barnaby breaks Clay's single season game record of like 11 threes or something in a game.
Wow. What a statement that would be.
Because he said he wants both Ray's record and
in the single game. He obviously just eclipsed the career total.
So it's a perfect one to come bounce back off.
So I look at this one and it's like,
who's gonna guard him?
But then also, I mean, of course, Warriors, you look at it, I mean, should have no problem. Mavericks, we've talked about the team construction. They're missing a piece.
So, like 3.
But this is the type, what you have to think about, though. The Warriors, as good as they are, what are they not going to lose a game the rest of the regular season? Clay coming back, sights on that. Maybe a little distraction. Curry, potentially a multi-game slump.
No.
I know you want your draft position. I'm sorry, Michael. But I am going to take Dallas here in the upset. Close game. Luka 45-15-7. And the Mavericks defeat the Warriors 98-95. And you're going to get Dorian Finney-Smith at the buzzer for 3 for the win.
Just stop it.
I'm sorry.
Now I know that you said that. It's over. It's not happening. That last piece you had me, maybe.
Dorian's
not doing it.
I think he's trash, honestly. He might hit a 3. You never know.
Yeah.
Next game, 17-17 Raptors at the 25-14 Bucks. The total on this one set at 225.5. So expecting some scoring. Bucks 7.5-point favorites here. And you look at the injury list. I mean, Connaughton, Grayson Allen, Ojale, Giannis's brother. So nobody crazy out. I mean, obviously the fact that Giannis
Ojale's out?
Middleton.
Dude, now that changes everything.
Speaks volumes. But hey, I mean, you have to admit, after a terrible start, Raptors are hot.
I was just gonna say it's Raptors
game.
game.
3-5. You saw them control that game against the Knicks.
Sleeper game for the Bucks.
And
their guy, Giannis's brother, the hype man off the bench, isn't there.
But the only thing, Bucks coming off disappointing loss against the Pistons, are they out for blood?
Yeah, what's his name? Dunked on
or Cunningham?
No, the Jared Jackson. Remember he got drafted by Phoenix when he had the fro? I thought he was going to be Paul George.
Yeah.
He dunked on I think it was Giannis.
Okay.
But it wasn't like it was a nice bounce pass and Giannis came late to contest type of a dunk.
Yeah.
He didn't talk shit at all. He ran right back on defense.
So, looking at this game, like we said, Raptors heating up here, getting contributions kind of all over. Obviously, it helps, Siakam was out for a little bit. You think they're spiking the upset?
I think Toronto's hot. I think Van Federico is hot.
He's been playing well.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 27. I'm going to give Pascal Siakam 25. And where's Akuro? Is he on there still? Isaac.
I feel like he's on the Cavs.
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh,
He is.
You miss saying his name.
I do. But he's
Another piece better than we thought.
Another piece for the Cavs.
Because I feel like we were like, oh, another Akuro card. But it's like he actually can play.
Yeah.
Young talent.
So yeah, I'm going Toronto.
What do you got for a score?
115-101.
I'm gonna say Bucks here 120, Raptors 110, Giannis 50 points, 15 rebounds. And you know what? Give Holiday 15, 15, and 3 steals. Just for good measure.
I thought you were gonna say 15.
Nah, that would be a stretch. 15 boards for him. Last game, Tony's team, Utah Jazz here, 5-point road favorites at Denver, 18-17 on the year. Obviously, they've had guys in and out of the lineup, so that's kind of caused the uneven start. Obviously, Porter Jr. Being out for the year as well. So, looking at this, total set at 222. So, expecting some scoring, and usually see that with the Jazz. And we've talked to them, and I think, is it just me, Michael, or is this game going to come down between the battle of Gobert and Jokic?
There's no battle.
So what does that
Jokic is going to have like 50. I think I think it was 2 Gobert where he did yeah. He checked into the game, Gobert, and was like, I got him. And Jokic was like, dude, I have 50.
Like Jokic likes to talk shit low key.
Yeah.
The whole thing with his brothers.
Yeah,
and,
the mafioso
and all that.
He said.
So you're thinking 40, 50?
I'm thinking 50 on Gobert, and he's gonna have his brother's gonna hand him a belt after, and it's gonna say defensive player of the year, and he's gonna wear it in post-game interview.
Wow. That would be something.
I know. I hope he's watching and they get that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think for a score?
Denver 125. Utah gets so upset. Donovan fighting with Gobert post game in the locker room. 125, I said, right?
Yep.
92.
Wow. How about this?
Okay.
Denver wins, but after the first quarter, Utah up 15, loses the game by 10. 125, 115.
Does Bol make an appearance?
Bol 10-10 in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Jokic, huge game, 40-17. And the Denver Nuggets get a much needed win. And this is typically a spot where me and Tony talk about the Jazz overlooking an opponent.
Yeah.
And you can't overlook the reigning MVP. So that's what I see happening there. But lots of scoring, like I said. Should be a fun few games for sure.
Yeah.
But for now, let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Edmund, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, you just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
All right. So, with action-packed night in the National Hockey League, just want to go over 2 games. These are actually both of my picks, and for once, actually, we were 2 for 2, which we love to see. But I had said, coming off of 2 back-to-back disappointing losses to the New York Rangers, that the Tampa Bay Lightning would be primed for a rebound spot. Columbus, decent this year, hovering around 500. And of course, Tampa Bay 7, Columbus 2.
Wow.
So Tampa dominates here. And, you look at the goal scoring department, very spread out. You had a goal from Bellemare, Killerone, Maroon, 2 from Palat, 1 apiece from Point and Perry. So goals all over the place. Stamkos didn't score, but had an assist. And then Vasilevsky in net, 22 saves, or 22 shots on goal, 20 saves. So they'll take that any day of the week as the Tampa Bay Lightning return to the winner's circle And all I have to say, with them, I cannot wait to see them battle it out with the New York Rangers. I know that's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals, especially, just the way both teams have been playing. I mean, the Capitals are definitely there, but I just think Tampa and the Rangers are slightly better, and that's what we will see come Stanley Cup playoff time. The other game that I had selected was the Anaheim Ducks hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. I had mentioned all season, the Ducks, good veteran team, pretty consistent performance, have avoided these lapses in play. They get 2 goals in the first period from Troy Terry, a guy that I had mentioned a bunch this year, 19th and 20th goals of the year, take a 2-1 lead after 1, never look back, winning this game 4-1. Milano had a power play goal in the second, and then for the hat trick for his 21st goal, Terry in the third. And it's just quite ironic because I've talked about him a great deal this year, and for him finally to step up and have a huge game. He's had a great year, but he hasn't had that one dominant game, and it was definitely tonight, having that hat trick. I mean, what a feel it must be like to be a hockey player, to be at home, to be in the NHL, to have everyone tossing their hat on the ice. I'm kind of curious what you would say to this, Michael. And Tony says he comes prepared and won't wear a hat or a good hat. But let's just say, I don't know, you just last second plans, you're going to the game, the guy on let's say the Devils game, and it's Hughes, hat trick, you have your favorite hat on. What are you doing?
Staying on my head.
Exactly. It's one of those things like there's no real, what is someone going to fight you because you're not throwing your hat on the fucking ice?
Yeah, like cool, dude. Enjoy not having a hat now.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep mine.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. At the end of the day, doesn't really surprise me. I think Flyers will fall further back in the standings here. They had their nice run, but interim coach, all that. And I think the Ducks, they'll be right in the middle of the playoff picture. So that's all they can hope for, out in Anaheim. And who knows, they could be a sleeper for the Western Conference trophy because Edmonton looks absolutely terrible. And then just looking around, scores quickly on the other games. Bruins over your Devils 5-3. So after a couple of big wins, the Devils fall short. In Boston, you had the Panthers 6-2 over the Flames. You had the Red Wings 6-2 over the Sharks, which probably comes to Solo Lock's surprise. He was big on the Sharks last night, but on the road against a team, equal ability, those are tough games to win. And then we saw the Blackhawks take the Avalanche to the brink, but they do fall in overtime 4-3. And the Avalanche pick up another win to move to 19-8-2. We saw the Winnipeg Jets 3-1 over the Coyotes. I mean, what else is new? The Coyotes lose another game. And the Predators 3-2 over the Knights. And it's just funny. That's a game I didn't want to pick because it's like the Knights are a better team, but the Predators, I guess they're better than I think. You had 2 goals from Forsberg last night. They're 21-11-2. So before it's all said and done, they're going to have an impact on this playoff race out, in the Eastern Conference as well. So we will obviously see what happens. And then looking to tonight, we did have cancellations. We've had them, pretty much every day, but the Islanders-Canucks game was canceled for tonight, but we do have 2 games. A lot of talent here, but unfortunately, I mentioned how the Oilers, are reeling. It just came out, Connor McDavid into the health and safety protocol. So knowing the way the NHL does it, I would say he's out, 4 or 5 games at least, and couldn't come at a worse time for the Oilers. They've lost 4 in a row. They're 2-6-2 in their last 10, also known as 2-8. Michael, I feel like you would agree with me on this. How ridiculous. I understand, it's because of the format part of it, is the column for overtime losses in hockey. It's a win, it's a loss. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And if it's not a regular loss, then change the rules and just play regular hockey.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Ties and law, there's just no room for it.
I know.
There's just no room for it.
No, I agree. It's so dumb. Ties are dumb.
I've never liked that. So they're hanging on a thread. They're gonna have to obviously lead on Draisaitl, but you look at these last few games that they've had terrible goaltending and a complete lack of offense. So going in to Toronto, Toronto heavy favorites here, minus 230. The over-under set at 6. So I look at this. I mean, you think about the Maple Leafs with Tavares and with Austin Matthews, who has 20 goals on the season. I just think it's going to be way too much for the Oilers to handle, especially with McDavid out and Mike Smith day to day. So I think this is actually going to be an embarrassment. 5-0 Maple Leafs. So we slide in there on the under. But the Oilers fall to 18 and 14th, drop their 5th straight game, and just how the mighty have fallen, Michael. How the mighty have fallen.
I know, it's crazy. And to think you're about to be a fan.
That's what I was just going to say. What a decision. I just knew it because I already deal enough with my sports teams with the inconsistencies. And I could say confidently, after studying all these games all year, no one has been more consistent than the New York Rangers this year. I mean, everybody else has had their lapses, of course, like the Oilers. So definitely, it's a shame to see that, but we'll see what happens, of course. And then we have the national game, 7:30 on TNT. And we got the Blues traveling to Pittsburgh, take on the Penguins. Pittsburgh minus 140. Favorites here, total set at 6. You look at these teams very strong in the win-loss department, and especially the Penguins after a tough start, rebounding nicely here to 18-5. Blues 19-9-5. After a great start, little murky middle, and now they've definitely been on a hot streak. Of course, winning the Winter Classic on New Year's Day, that was a big win for them. But when I look at this game, and it's nice, this game isn't impacted a lot by COVID or injuries. Blues just have Schnein out, and Penguins have Boyle and O'Connor possibly out as well. But you got all the bigger names, Gutznell, obviously Crosby, Tarasenko for St. Louis, 14 goals, 19 assists this year. This is a very tough one, but I just look at this. The Blues are so good at home, a little spotty on the road. So you got the Blues 7-6-3 away, Penguins 9-5-2 at home. I think the numbers say it all, as I have my customary mic tap.
Yes.
We needed one of those before the show's over.
Yes.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh here in a close one, 3-2, and give me 2 goals for Gutznell and a goal and an assist for Sidney Crosby as the Penguins pick up this win on TNT. And I'm pumped to watch it, honestly. Love these national games, and I hope that they keep giving hockey more exposure because, that's how you grow the sport, and that's what you need to do. I mean, I think it's just that simple. So give me the Penguins tonight, and I hope we have another great night in the National Hockey League, Michael.
I do too.
Now any follow-ups? What do we got from Dana?
He's just calling him out again. No response from Jake, of course, because Dana's probably right.
Would you say, I mean, I know you probably wouldn't even want to really consider him a boxer, but would you say Jake is your least favorite boxer of all time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Person, maybe one of them.
Yeah.
Those Paul brothers they're not my kind of people.
No.
They're like cancers
to
society.
And they think, because they were a hit on Vine 10 years ago, that means all of a sudden they're a celebrity. Nobody cares, but sadly people do. But not the smart people like me, like you, like Renee, like Tony, like Mateo.
Yes.
We know. Even Sololox knows this.
Yeah.
He knows. I mean, he might know the odds, but you don't want to tell him the odds.
Yeah.
That is the thing. But other than that, Michael, anything else just on your mind? I know you're pumped about the Knicks.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it, dude.
No trade rumbles, huh? Nothing.
No, nothing.
You think they're standing pat?
No, they're gonna do. Everyone's gonna
wait till the deadline, though.
I think it's gonna be a crazy deadline.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah,
everyone moving.
So that'll be fun.
Jimmy in Dallas. I'm joking.
That would be, imagine for Porzingis, but the Heat, of course. Look, I feel like there's so many trades out there. This would make sense for that, but then it's like the teams aren't going to do it because they just want to shy away. That's why it's so hard to make a trade.
I know.
And I think sometimes we lose track of that when we feel like, we could be the general managers and people in power of these teams. But certain moves, anybody could do. So just something to keep in mind. But once again, another great show, everyone. And we appreciate all the fan support. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing. Check out all of our videos on our YouTube page. Get some merch at downtimetv.com, and we will see you mañana.
Peace.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our blood.